Hello, Richard Garcia here. Besides being your mayor, I chair the Economic Development Corporation. So important to our city because that's the jobs creation arm, business stimulus for our city. We help small businesses, we help retain jobs, and we do our very best to bring big investment to our city. That's usually what people are talking about. The big projects, the big investments, projects like the shops that we brought to Edinburg, projects like the Bird Ogden Arena, the HEB Park, so many other large projects. But you hear about these occasionally, intermittently, and that's what are on a lot of people's minds, and that's what some of the discussions center around, including the media. But the truth is that the Economic Development Corporation deals with business, period. The largest part of that on a day-to-day basis are small businesses. This is what we deal with. And what do we do for them? Well, these large investments are important because a rising tide raises all ships. These large investments bring us a large number of jobs. They bring people to our area. As we've heard in the past, we've worked to make our city a destination city. The people that are going to come to the shops, to the arena, to the soccer stadium are going to fill their cars with gas. They're going to eat in our restaurants. They're going to buy things at some of our stores that are owned by locals, mom and pop stores. Beyond that, this is stimulating their business. This is a help for them too. But beyond that, we work day to day with new businesses that are interested in coming to our city, having a difficult time getting started, and we assist them in every way that we can. We incentivize them. Sometimes it might be something as simple as, I don't have enough capital or cash to put up a nice sign. I need to move some water lines. I need to move some gas lines, and I calculated for the cost of the project. I didn't calculate for that cost that sometimes can run into the tens of thousands of dollars. This is how we help the businesses so they can get started, they can get going. Recently, we had a new chicken place come to Edinburg, and they wanted to be in an area where there's a lot of other small businesses right next door in a strip center type area. And a sign was important to them because people need to know how to get there. We assisted with the cost, we assisted with the height, and today the business is doing well, and hopefully we played a big part of that. These are things that we do every single day. At every meeting we have a long agenda, and it's not all about the arena or the shops, it's about all of these small businesses. You sometimes don't hear about it because many times they're in executive session. We have businesses that we have to respect their privacy. We do confidentiality agreements with some of these businesses because they don't want to announce until they're ready to open for business. So these are matters that are dealt with between the business owners and the Economic Development Corporation Board. When they're ready to open, we make the announcements, and rarely do you hear about what the EDC did for these businesses. The small businesses are at the very core of our city. That's what has always existed in our town. That's what's brought us to where we are today. We care very much about them. We know that by having these small businesses, by them being successful, we can bring the large investors to our city and make it a destination city. And in the end, all of these things coupled together improve the quality of life for our locals, for our families. They provide jobs of all types, from the jobs in the fast food industry to the medical sector. The medical sector is another area that we get very much involved in whenever they're making investments in our city. We have Edinburg Regional Hospital, which is South Texas Health Systems. We have DHR, which is the largest doctor-owned hospital in the United States, that come and provide good paying jobs for our area. There's close to 7,000 jobs in the medical industry in our city. One of the hospitals, I think, provides about 4,500, and the other hospital and hospitals and clinics and emergency clinics provide the other jobs. And it's important to the community that we have a place to go eat, we have a place to be entertained, and certainly for our families that we have good quality health care for when it's needed. The good news is that we're growing rapidly. As an example in how fast we're going is one of these hospitals delivers 900 to 1,000 babies every month at their hospital. That's one elementary school a month. These are some of our problems that we have in the city, is the growth and providing for the growth, because there are new schools being built. The good news is with that growth, it helps the small businesses, because there's more people that come to their businesses, that buy, that shop, that eat, that need fuel, that need groceries. All of these things are a stimulus to each other. I learned when I was in school that money's got to circulate for the American economy to survive. And Economics 101, that's what we do at the Economic Development Corporation. And even on a smaller scale or beyond just financial assistance, we have in our city something very innovative. It's called the Hive Effect, where we provide a central location. This is a partnership with a group of well-intentioned, well-educated, well-experienced entrepreneurs that are helping new businesses that can't afford to start at a location on their own, that can come there and operate and get help with everything from web design to advertising, bookkeeping help, that sort of thing. So we are there to help every business, from the smallest to the largest, from low level to top level, and we will continue to do this. Job creation is so important for our families, and in the city of Edinburg, that's what we're all about. Family, working hard, rolling our sleeves up, and solving the problems that come with business ownership.